Matthew Barzal can cross off scoring 6 points off his bucket list because that's what he accomplished this evening. Hashtag great game. Yeah, you think so, hockey analyst? Conrad Stastny is now 99 overall with a +3 chemistry. You have a 99 overall on your team. You love to see it. Absolutely you do. 99 overall, Conrad Stastny. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. But wait, hold on. Do you smell that? What's that smell? Is that GM Week? That's right, baby, GM Week. A video every day for an entire week, Monday to Monday, franchise mode every single day. So I hope you're ready for it. Prepare yourself accordingly. We are going to be doing 7 GM modes in 7 days. Now, with that being said, since that is quite a bit of work for myself, I do work full-time. I have a busy schedule. YouTube is just a hobby. So the videos might be a bit shorter and they might not be out at the same time every single day, but I promise you there will be a franchise mode every single day. Whatever day it is today, it's like the 6th or something. From the 6th to the 13th, you are going to have a franchise mode episode every single day. So I hope you guys are ready. Let's get into this. Now, in the last video, we actually did quite a bit. Not only did we get a new head coach, we got an entire new coaching staff that includes Stanley Cup champion TJ Oshie. He's running the back end. He was a forward in his days, but he's running the defense. He is now our assistant coach. But Nathan Tucker, I went against what everyone said in the comments. Everyone's telling me to go after Serge Paris, and I went with Nathan Tucker. I know it was a controversial thing, but look at him now. His team fit is up to 67%. That's awesome. So he's our new head coach. We got a all-new coaching staff for our American League team, except for our head coach. We kept him, but everyone is all good to go on the coaching staff. We also did some roster things as well, just because I want to see. It looks like Serge Parrish is actually a head coach of another team. I'm not sure if I can search that or not, but Maurice Belanger, the ex-head coach of your Quebec Nordiques, he's looking for a job. Might have to look over in Europe, buddy. I don't know if that's going to work out for you. So it's been 9 games, and our coach came up to us and he said, hey, what's your plan with Hoivanen? Are you going to send him down? Are you going to keep him up? What's your plan with the young kid who was just drafted, by the way, 20th overall, and he's 77 low elite. I don't want to ruin this guy. 9 games, he doesn't have a goal, he doesn't have an assist, and you guys agree we should send him down. Brad on the beat, he says don't rush Hoivanen, put him on the first line AHL squad and power play or penalty kill. You'll be giving him more ice and he'll definitely grow more with 1 season in the minors, and he'll most likely be a 4th liner next year, maybe a 3rd, and everyone in the comments seems to agree with him, which I'm pretty happy about. No controversy down there in the comments. Things you love to see. Dev says put Hoivanen and Helm in the AHL. They aren't ready yet, and again, I agree with you. Helm does have 2 points, but 76 overall, 20 years old. I think these guys just need 1 more year. Now, a big thing from Brandon Barenfeld, he says he kind of agrees with everyone else. He says Hoivanen should go down to the AHL. He clearly isn't ready yet. You promised your coach a 9-game trial. Well, he's played 9 games and he's done nothing. It's imperative that you send Hoivanen down so you can build a bond with your coach. I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't realize. I kind of have to keep my promises with the coach. I didn't promise I would send him down, but it does build morale if you do things right. I want to start things right with our new head coach, so we are going to send Hoivanen and Spike Helm down. There was some talk about Arthur Kaliev. Now, I think he's going to be just fine. I'm going to leave him there with Nick Suzuki and Jake Virtanen. Some people were saying they don't think Jake Virtanen is 3rd line material, so we could do something like this, get a new 3rd liner with Nick Suzuki and Arthur Kaliev, but for right now, we're going to send Hoivanen and Spike Helm down. That means that I have to find out a replacement for them. So let's see if there's anyone in the American Hockey League that we can bring up, and it doesn't really look like it. I mean, maybe Brandon Coe. He's listed as an other forward, 21 years old. He's got 5 points in 9 games in the American Hockey League. The thing is, he's a big dude. He can kill penalties. He's a tank. tank. I mean, look at his physical category, 4 stars, 6'4", 195. He's a bit skinny, so he's the guy that we can definitely bring up. So for sure, we definitely have to get at least one fourth liner. Now, is there anyone in free agency, or are we going to have to go make a trade? I was hoping that Hoivanen would be ready, but I think we all knew he probably wasn't going to be. And unfortunately, it looks like there's really nothing in free agency. All these guys are listed as minor scorers. No one's listed as a fourth liner. So, oh my God, Eric Goodbranson, things you hate to see. Michael Del Zotto as well. Oh God, that Canucks blue line. Oh, bringing back terrible memories. Freddie Gauthier, oh man, the GOAT. He's chilling in free agency, but unfortunately it doesn't look like there's anyone that's suitable to come up on the fourth line. So I think, oh my God, Oscar Fantenberg, another Canucks blue liner chilling down here in the free agency. And no, this is not Sebastian Aho. Well, it is Sebastian Aho, but not that Sebastian Aho. Fun fact, there's 2 Sebastian Ahos, not related. They're not even from the same country. One's a Finn, one's a Swede. This guy's actually a pretty decent prospect for the New York Islanders. Spelt the exact same, not related. Fun fact of the day. I can go forever on that free agency list and look at all the ex-Vancouver Canucks and cry myself to sleep, but we need to find 2 fourth liners. Well, potentially 2, maybe 1 if we want to bring up Co. I'm a big fan of giving guys the chance. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 1 right now. I'm going to see what's out there. Maybe a vet, maybe like a 34-year-old guy who can just play for 1 year, who can play for just the 1 year, and then obviously those 2 guys are going to be ready for next year. So maybe we just go after a vet, someone like a Ryan Getzlaf type player, you know what I mean? Kind of that big guy who's looking for a Stanley Cup. Someone who's looking for a fourth line, like maybe Joe Pavelski. He's listed as a depth forward. That's kind of on the lower end. I like a mid-80 overall. Alex Killorn might not be bad. Killer might be going after him. So let me have a look around the league here. And yes, I did see the big kid from Edmonton. There he is, Dylan Guenther. What an absolute beauty. Saskatchewan Stag legend. Here's just a check on Jesse Puljujarvi. Obviously, we traded him for Nick Suzuki. I think we definitely won that trade. I mean, 5 points in 8 games isn't terrible, but 18 points last year. His first full season in Montreal wasn't that great. We definitely got the better end of that deal, that's for sure. I think I've found our player. Yeah, baby. Tom Wilson, the big bad man himself, 6'4", 218. He's big, he's bad, and he is skilled. We could use a guy like Tom Wilson, put Jake Virtanen on the fourth line with, I'm going to call up Co, and then we're also going to put Adam Lowry there, and then third line going to be Tom Wilson, Nick Suzuki, and Arthur Kaliev. That's a lot of skill and a lot of strength and a lot of toughness on that line. I think that's the player that we need. Tom Wilson. Hell yeah. And honestly, it's kind of the perfect deal. He's on a great contract. He has 1 year left, and his trade value is like comparable to like a third-round pick. So that's really not a whole lot to pay when you think about it. We do have that third from the Blackhawks. Let's see if I can wheel and deal here for Tom Wilson. He seems like a guy who would fit in perfect. Let's see what I can get here. All right, so Tom Wilson, what are we gonna do? What's the trade gonna be? Well, we're gonna do something kind of fun here. We are also going to get brother of Nick Suzuki, Ryan Suzuki, former first-round pick of the Carolina Hurricanes. He's bounced around a little bit. He's 76 overall. He's going to be the first liner in the AHL. He has yet to play a game in the National Hockey League after having a very successful junior career with the Barrie Colts. Went to the American Hockey League last year, and now he's having, again, quite a campaign. Now, the New York Islanders have a need. They have a need for goaltending, and luckily we struck gold on this 49 overall medium elite in the fourth round. Now, we basically have our goaltending prospects in the bag. You can never have too many. That's what I said when I drafted that guy. But we have McLean, we have Holm right now, so 49 overall. I really don't want to wait 5 or 6 years for a guy who might be good. I mean, there's no no doubt in my mind he is going to grow. Just how long is that going to take? He has a ton of trade value. Right now they have one guy who's like medium elite who is probably going to be their starter, but I mean, once James Reimer's going to be gone, there's really no one else in the pipeline. So they could use a goalie for the American Hockey League. Peros looks like he's going to be the starter eventually, but they need to get some more goaltending prospects, and look what we have. We've struck gold. So I'm seeing if I can get an additional player. We're also going to see if actually maybe I can get it done without the fifth. They want this guy. Will this go through just without the pick? It will. I'm happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the New York Islanders, and we consider it a done deal. I think we won that trade all day, every single day. What do you guys think? Win or loss? That was a huge win in my books. Alright, so here is how everything's looking. Unfortunately, Tom Wilson on the third line doesn't give this line the +1. It does if I play him on the fourth line, but I don't really want to do that. I'm going to see how it goes on the third line, and then we got Brendan Coe, who did drop because his morale, obviously, trying to play with a new team, it always goes down, but we're going to give him the chance. If not, I might go out and trade for another fourth liner just for one more year. Defensively, we're not touching. Down in the American Hockey League, gonna go best lines. This needs to change. Holy crap, that's bad. And then as for the offense, we're looking like Hoivinen's gonna go there. We gotta change some things up here. Hold on, this is not good. This is not how I want this to look. Okay, that's a little bit better. Everyone seems to be a bit happier here. Hoivinen and Helm, thank you for your 9 games, but you're just not quite ready yet. I'm sorry. Everything else is all good to go. Goaltenders are good. Holman McLean. Let's get some simulation done with Tom Wilson on our hockey team. Can you believe it? Now, I wonder if the coach is going to say anything, maybe like, hey, you kept your promise. I don't wonder if he's going to bring up anything. Let's see. We're going up against the red-hot Carolina Hurricanes. They're scorching hot. The Montreal Canadiens have fired their head coach. All right. So they're 8-1-1, and we are 3-4-2. So let's start this bad boy off. Tom Wilson in the lineup. Things you love to see. Period. Number 1. And it's 1-0 for the Hurricanes. Andrew Mangiapane, Askarov gets the start for us. Period number 2. Okay, we get 1. Conrad Stastny. Now, they do have Quinn Bossy between the pipes. That's right. He went over from Long Island to the Carolina Hurricanes. I think he won the Vezina last year, actually. Come on, boys. 1 goal. There you go, Conrad. Putting the team on his back. Captain Conrad. And another one on the power play for the boys one time. 37 shots. But Coe, he scores in his NHL debut. He gets the go-ahead goal with 7 minutes left. 41 shots, and that is going to be all it takes. What a way to start your NHL career. Coe with the goal. Things you absolutely love to see. What an absolute beauty. Look at this guy go. Or I guess you could say, look at this guy Coe. Okay, I'm sorry. That's awesome. I love when that shit happens. There you go. We beat the team that's 8-1-1. That's awesome. Now, I'm looking for some potential team. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. The Montreal Canadiens, and they are 1-9-0. No wonder they fired their head coach. Jesus, that's really, really bad. I'm surprised that our coach hasn't come. Oh my God. Boys, what's going on here? 5-0, then 8-0? Okay, maybe Tom Wilson is the answer. Holy crap. Barzal, 21 points in 25 games. Are you kidding me? Holy. Boys are buzzing right now. Matthew Barzal can cross off scoring 6 points off his bucket list because that's what he accomplished this evening. Hashtag great game. Yeah, you think so, hockey analyst? Also, Conrad had a heck of a game scoring 4 points. Oh my God. You know, just a casual 6-point night. What a guy. All right, we are rolling right now. Can we keep the good times going? Back-to-back shutouts, and we lost 6-4 to the Red Wings. Here you go, Nathan Tucker. What's he saying? He says, buddy, are you not paying attention? I've already sent him down. Okay, sure. What are we going to do? Well, you seem to be not very connected with the team. I've already sent them down. I hope you agree with that. There you go. Excellent. I agree with your call. Let's go with your decision. Well, I already did it like last week, you idiot. All right, glad you see it my way. No more outchange. What a pointless conversation. And a 2-1 win against the Maple Leafs and Zach Kassian. So, all right, maybe if Coe doesn't work out, we can see about acquiring a guy like Zach Kassian. Imagine having Zach Kassian and Tom Wilson on your hockey team. Now, he is playing in the American Hockey League. You can see there in the top left, but interesting. They want to get rid of Zach Kassian. Now, Yu Sato, he's a guy who we drafted in the 7th round. He's cracked the American League roster. I'm not giving up that guy for Zach Kassian. Not right now, anyways. So we are 7-5-2 after a shaky start, and we lose 7-1, 8-6-2. But I'm definitely looking forward to this game on the 27th against the Montreal Canadiens. Let's string some wins together here. Those 2 back-to-back shutouts earlier this month were awesome, but I want to string some wins together here. Philippe Deneau, he wants to chat about how he's playing. xTech, right now I don't think I'm performing to the best of my abilities. Well, Philip, I'm a player's coach. Although you haven't been performing, I'm confident in your abilities. Come on, that better be the right thing to say. Ooh, ouch. Maybe you're right. I'm not certain I can snap out of this. That's not a good attitude. Minus 15 morale. Oof. That's things you hate to see. Well, that's 3 straight L's. Oh my god, another one here. Maybe our second line needs to be worked with here. This one's 50-50 persuasion. Let's see what he says. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Nope, he says maybe you're right. Okay, so our second line might need some tweaking. We win 6-0. That's our 3rd shutout this month, which is awesome. We'll have a look after this month about the second line because things are not working out. But talk about not working out. 3-17-1 for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, just to remind you guys, all time we are 5-5 against the Habs. We are currently on a 2-game win streak against the Habs. I really want to see 6-5 here. This is the 11th matchup that we've played. Let's go, boys. Period number 1 against a really, really bad team in Montreal, and it's 1-1. All right, Lucas Raymond and Miles Wood. We started Tucker Tynan. 15-5 are the shots. How bad is Montreal? I didn't remember them having a terrible team, but period number 2. Okay, still 1-1. They only have 7 shots through 2 periods. Oh my god, Braden McNabb scores 36-10 of the shots, but Jesper Bratt, he comes right back, scores on Carey Price. Might be time to move Price here. 41-14 are the shots. Are you kidding me? There you go. Philip Don't Know scores on his old team. 45-15 are the shots. Are you kidding me? Conrad, there you go, making that goal differential a little bit bigger in our favor. Ooh, Wong gets 1 on Tucker Tynan, but the Montreal Canadiens allow 48 shots. Carey Price stood on his head, made 44 saves. Wow, I feel like we should have blown them out, but we now have a 6-5 all-time record. That's 3 straight wins against the Montreal Canadiens. All right, that's a couple wins in a row. Sammy Blais, okay, this entire second line really is not working out here. There you go. Thanks for your vote of confidence. Okay, thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page. So something might have to happen with our second line. Let's get through this last game against the LA Kings, and that's a loss, unfortunately. Roster management, all that good stuff. So 11-9-3, not an ideal situation, but considering where we were the first few games, I'm pretty happy with how we've rebounded here. But Matthew Barzal leading the way, of course. We are currently 6th in our division, a couple points out. I mean, we're only 3 points behind the 3rd place team, and it looks like Tampa and Ottawa obviously have a runaway with it. But let's have a look at the second line. Maybe something is going to have to change. Matthew Barzal, though, just playing unbelievable. 29-23. Conrad Stastny, he's got 15 goals in 23 games. I'm happy about that. Look at Lucas Raymond, 17-23 on the first line. That's not bad. Hey, Tom Wilson, he's fitting in just fine, it looks like. He's got 8 points in his first 14 games. I'm pretty happy with that. Arthur Kaliev has 14. So yeah, Sammy Blais and Jesper Bratt. Something's not working out here. Something is not good with that second line. And what is it? Because where is Philip? Don't know how to say his name. He's all the way down here. 10 points, a -8. You look at everyone, like +7 for Brady Shea, an even rating for Nasty Nas. Jesper Bratt's a -8. Nick Suzuki has 14 points. He's a +2. Sammy Blais a -4. Like, everyone else seems to be a plus player, but our second line, something's really happening. Something's not good on our second line, so we'll have to see what's going on with that. But look at Coe. I think he's ready for the NHL. 6 points in 14 games, a +7. You can't be mad at that. I think we're sticking with that. I think Ko has made the roster. As for our goaltenders here, no one's really taken the step to becoming the legitimate starter. We've really shared the crease between Askarov and Tucker Tynan, so that's going to be something that I'm hoping a goalie is going to step up and just run with it. That's exactly what we need right now. We need someone to really step up and go on like a 5 or 6 game win streak here, but something should happen with the second line. I don't know what it is, but I'm thinking maybe, so wait, hold on. What is Sammy Blais? He's a playmaker. Philip Dunneau's a two-way forward, and Jesper Bratt's a sniper. So I'm thinking a center sniper might be the way to go, and that might really help out this line, because two-way forward, playmaker, it doesn't really seem great. Do we have a sniper? Arthur Kaliev's considered a sniper. What if I did that? Gives that a +1. Still gives it a +1. I think a sniper is going to do way better than a two-way forward here. So Philip don't know. Maybe it's time to get a legitimate second liner. And I think we should do it sooner than later. The thing is with Philip don't know, I mean, he's a good story. I like this guy. Obviously a Quebec-born kid come over to play for not only the Habs, but also the Quebec Nordiques, which is pretty awesome. I just think, you know, he's been here. This is year number 4. All good things must come to an end. I think we might be trading Philip don't know. Or we could trade Sammy Blais. Again, both these guys are Quebec-born kids. I don't really want to get rid of them, but I'm more leaning towards Philip don't know. He's 30 years old, where these guys are 27 and 25. Let's see what's out on the market. Again, since this is GM week, I'm not going to get a lot of your guys' input, unfortunately, because the video is going to be coming out so fast. The time that I read the comments, it'll already be one video old. So let's see what's out there. Maybe, potentially, I can see if there's a player that really makes sense. Maybe I'll get this video up and read some comments early before I record, but it's going to be difficult. Let's see. There's 23 center snipers out there in the NHL. You're not a center? Hold on, I need a center. Ooh, ADB might not be that bad when you think about it. ADB, he's 87 overall, having a pretty good year in Chicago, well over a point per game, 25 and 23. He's an option. That's a lot of trade value, though. We're looking at trading our first and Philip don't know just for Alex DeBrincat. Any centers? Unfortunately, not really. Thomas Hertl's not bad. He's a little on the low end. I like to see 86 or 87. Unfortunately, I would love to get Chubbs. I need someone who has good face-offs that is a winger, which obviously sounds weird, but I mean, ADB doesn't have great face-offs. We could throw him on the wing and then put Sammy Blais in the middle. I don't know. There's not really any center snipers out there, which is unfortunate. Unfortunately, there's only 23 second-line snipers in the entire NHL. Maybe there's a first-line sniper that we can snag. Obviously, we're going to have to be paying a little bit more, but, ooh, yeah, all these guys are like maxed out trade value. No way we're getting any of these guys, especially for our second line. I mean, maybe Ovechkin, but that's kind of a temporary solution. I'm looking for someone who can be here for a few years, so maybe not a first-liner. The thing is, ADB's on a pretty decent contract. 6.3 is not bad at all. What's it going to take to get this guy? What is it going to take to get a player like Alex DeBrincat? Like, that's not even enough. It's definitely going to have to be a first, that's for sure. Like, we're looking at our first and Philip don't know for Alex DeBrincat. He's making 6.3. It's a bit more, but he's definitely a better player than Philip don't know. It's an interesting trade to make. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both Sammy Blais and Philip don't know on the trading block. Now, I'm wondering, can I change players' types? It wouldn't make a lot of sense if you could, but I'm wondering if I could, say, just change Jesper Bratt to a sniper. I don't think you can. I don't know. I mean, I should know this. I feel like an idiot. I should know this, but I don't think you can. Maybe, potentially. Oh, you can. Okay, so what if I made him a sniper? Okay, hold on. What if I made him a sniper? If I did put him to a sniper, does that mean the line chemistry is going to get better because he's a different player type? And I pimped out the trade block because I don't really know what I want to do yet. But if this will change things, I don't know if it'll change it on the ice. It does give it a +1. Okay, so maybe, potentially, but let's get a little more simulation done. Of course, I pimped out the trade block, so we're going to be getting a decent amount of trade offers here, but this is kind of make it or break it time. We are 11, 9, and 3. I'm hoping we can go on a big run here, and it starts tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets at Nationwide Arena. Let's see if we can snap this one-game losing streak. Obviously, we just won against Montreal, then we lost against LA. So let's see if we can get back into the swing of things here against the Blue Jackets. Pretty similar to us, period. Number 1. And it's 1-0 Columbus. Corey Perry, you're still playing? It's 2023, bro. Retire already. Go lay on a beach. Period. Number 2. Okay, still 1-0. We are out shooting them, but we don't have a goal to show for it, unfortunately. That's kind of the thing. I feel like our team is so heavily relied on from our first line, Conrad, Matthew Barzal, Lucas Raymond at this point, that we don't have a lot of secondary scoring, and unfortunately our second line's drying up. I'd love a goal here. Are we going to get shut out? Oh my god, we don't get a single goal against the Blue Jackets, and we just piss away 2 points at a very, very vital time of the year. So let's continue on here. Let's continue. Let's keep it going. Let's go up against the Florida Panthers. There's someone in our division that we are going to be battling with. We should be getting a decent amount of trade offers, and here's the first one. This is something I'm absolutely not interested in. No thank you. No thank you. 4-0 loss. Shutout in back-to-back games. Paul Stastny. So something we talked about earlier, getting a guy like Paul Stastny. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up to you. If we get Paul Stastny, he's going to slot in on the fourth line. Obviously, it's cool to bring Stastny and Stastny together, but that means that Coe is going to be out of a job. Now, Coe, I think he's earned it, to be honest with you. What do you guys think? It's going to be up to you whether we should play Stastny on our team or not. We can get him for basically nothing. 4.9 for 1 year. It's just going to strengthen our fourth line. I can already see what you guys are going to say about that. So let's just continue on. That's something we're going to put in the back of our mind. 7-4 win. There you go. Keep it going. There you go. Another win. Things you love to see. And another shootout win. Jacob Trouba. Ooh, they want Spike Helm. This is a big trade. I know Trouba's like 86 overall or 87. Oh, sorry, he's only 85. My bad. He's making $8 million a year. No, thank you, especially not for Spike Helm and Poirier. Poirier we drafted in the first round, and he's slowly getting there. 21 years old, having a decent year in the American Hockey League, but I'm going to go ahead and say no to that. That's 3 wins in a row, and the New Jersey Devils have fired their head coach. That's a loss. Ooh, Braden Shen. Okay, this is kind of what I'm looking for. I think he's a playmaker, though, isn't he? He's a two-way forward, so basically the exact same thing as Philip Don't Know. I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing. Again, we can keep it in our mind. I'm not going to make a trade yet. I want to hear what you guys are going to say in the brief time that I'm going to get to actually read your guys' comments, because, of course, this is GM week, and that's 3 losses in a row up against Florida. Looks like Florida is about 10 points ahead of us in the standings, so we are digging ourselves a grave here. I got to end this one off before we just completely piss away our entire season. We'll get a few more games done. Hopefully we can win against the Panthers. 1-0. Owen Tippett scores on Askarov. Period number 2. Okay, we tied up. Nasty Nas, baby. Things you love to see. A big goal from the back end. 26-11 are the shots. Come on, guys. We're peppering the goalie here. We just can't seem to find the back of the net. Morgan Riley, goals from the defenseman. Power play goal right at the front of the net. Oh my god, outshooting him 38-13, but Sammy Blake comes right back after Zach Hyman tied the game up. We now have a 3-2 lead. 40-15 are the shots. There you go, Brady Shea. We get a lot of pucks on net, but we don't score a whole lot. Maybe, I don't know, just bad puck luck? I don't know what that is, but that Montreal game and that game, holy. All right, so a few more games to go here. Can we win against Calgary? 2-1 loss. We just can't seem to get that extra goal. Oh, man. At this point, 34 points. We're really going to have to turn it on here against the Ottawa Senators. They are number 1 in our division, a playoff rival, our province next-door neighbor, period number 1. I'd love to see a big win here. Chubby and Schlappick, but Arthur Kaliev, he scores on Freddie Anderson. Tucker Tynan gets the start, period number 2. Okay, we tie it up. Brady Shea goals in back-to-back, and Lucas Raymond starts the period off 12 seconds in, gets a goal, making making it 3-2. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Keep on the pressure. That's a big power play for us. That's a major. Someone got a 5-minute penalty. Closing in once again on 30 shots. We outshoot most of our opponents, but we just need to get that puck luck. Maybe we just need a guy who's just a pure sniper. Someone who will just shoot the puck and score, score, score. I don't know if Philip don't know on the second line is going to be the guy, but Brady Tkachuk ties the game up late on their 24th shot, and we are headed into overtime. 4 seconds left going into the extra frame. Let's go. You know, it's actually fitting that we're playing Ottawa, and yes, in overtime. Seems like every single game we play them in overtime. Remember the playoffs last year? 3 games in overtime, and Ottawa took them all? Oh, Matthew Barzal, he gets a break. He beats Thomas Chabot. He's on a breakaway. What the hell was that? That was the weakest breakaway attempt I've ever seen in my entire life. What are you doing, Matthew Barzal? Here comes Morgan Rielly. Oh, through the legs! Oh, I don't know why you would choose to go through the legs there, but he did it. Here comes Conrad. He waits, and Jesper Bratt pulled the trigger a little bit too early. Someone get to the front of the net. He's got no one to pass to. He's getting worked. He still has the puck. Nick Suzuki. Oh my god, he gets leveled. No penalty there, ref? What are you doing? Here comes Brady Tkachuk. He had the goal that sent it into overtime. Colin White. Big save by Tucker Tynan. Here comes Philip Don't Know over to Jesper Bratt. Both these guys on the hot seat, and Frederick Anderson swallows that one up. Over to Hot Sam Bocho. Back to Hot Sam Bocho. Back to Chubasov. Over to White, and Tucker Tynan with the big save, but he throws it out. Trying to get something going. Huge hit by Philip Don't Know. He's got a clear breakaway. Come on, baby. Off the foot. Oh, what are you? What the hell? What the hell are these breakaways? Like, Matthew Barzal just wafted it through the net, and oh my god. Okay, sure. Whatever, Philip Don't Know. Whatever. I mean, I respect the off-the-foot, like, Pavel Bure kind of deke, but just poorly executed. Really, really bad. All right, Matthew Barzal over to Morgan Rielly. Feels like he's been out there the entire overtime. Back to Barzal, and he scores. There you go. He redeems himself, and we finally beat the Ottawa Senators in overtime. That's a huge 2 points. There you go. Again, another prime example, us outshooting our opponent like crazy and either just losing or just squeaking by with a win. But that's a big 2 points. I'll take it. All right, so 2 more games before this month is over. Let's see if we can end it off on a good note here. 5-2 win against Vancouver. We got offered Jacob Trouba once again. And up against the San Jose Sharks. Can we end off with a victory? 7-4. There you go. 18-4-4. That's decent. We're slowly climbing back, but we're still a little bit behind the last wildcard spot. Season's almost half over. 40 points. We're 4 points behind Buffalo, 6 behind Tampa and Ottawa, and 7 behind Florida, which we just beat earlier this month. So there's still some positives here, but the second line, something's got to happen. I mean, just the lack of goal scoring is a serious problem. I mean, Nasty Nas has 6, which is fantastic. Lucas Raymond has 9. Morgan Rielly's got 9, having himself a year. Conrad's got 22. The next closest is Arthur Kaliev with 10. So we need just a pure sniper. I mean, Philip Don't Know has 11, but he's a minus player. Same with Jesper Bratt. So something's got to give here. Big shout out to Brady Shea having a fantastic year. He's a plus 10, got 17 points. That's awesome. Coe's got 10 points in 27 games. It's a plus 13. That's fantastic. I'm happy about that. What do we do? That is the big question. Tucker Tynan, 10-5. Askarov, 8-9. So there's some question marks with the team. Something's got to happen on the second line. Again, I'm going to show you guys 2 quick things here. I'm going to show you all of our trade value. I'm going to see if there's anyone that you guys think we should part ways with. But that is the entire squad right there. And once again, I'll have a look at top 6 snipers. I mean, now that we moved Jesper Bratt over to a sniper, do we really need a sniper per se? I mean, obviously I want a guy who's going to score nothing but goals, because that seems to be what our team is missing right now. Let's go with a second line forward. Let's see who's out there. Someone who's obtainable, like someone whose trade value isn't through the absolute roof. Someone who is definitely obtainable. So just looking around here, do you guys remember Lars Lindbeck? He was the guy who we We were going to trade for him in the draft, but I hesitated and I didn't do it, and man, do I wish I did, because he's kind of exactly what we need. 84 faceoffs, he's got 10 goals, 22 assists, he is having himself a pretty decent year. This is going to be his 5th year in the NHL, and it's looking to be like a breakout year. He had 50 points last year. He's the guy that I really want. How crazy is his trade value? He would fit in so good on our team. His trade value is basically maxed out. Plus, he's making $7.8 million. Yikes. How's their center situation? Zane Sakic, I mean, he's kind of playing third line behind Tyson Jost. I would love to get Lars Lynn back. I mean, there's so many players like Svechnikov. He's only got 7 goals, though. I want someone who's going to produce. I want someone who's going to score a ton of goals. I need someone who's going to score for us. Like, guys like Brock Besser only having 5 goals seems really strange. I mean, there's lots of guys out there. I just don't know what is the most obtainable option. So I'm going to wait to hear your guys' comments. I might not get them all because, like I said, it's GM week. So we'll see what we're going to do. I have a few players in mind. Maybe we'll make a big splash in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying GM week, and I will see you guys tomorrow.